Welcome to IABSE Voices, IABSE Interviews. Today we are here with Professor Mitsuyoshi Akiyama from Waseda University, Japan, who is chairing the organizing committee of IABSE's upcoming symposium in Tokyo, which is going to take place from 18 to 21st May 2025. And he's also the chair of IABSE Commission 6 on sustainability. We also have with us today David Knight, who is the chair of British National Group, who has won IABSE Awards in 2023, 2024, and is also actively involved in net zero bridges. So let's start the interview today and let's hear from both of them what IABSE is doing to address this ever-critical topic of construction's role for a world in emergency and environmentally friendly technologies for structural engineering. So hello, Akiyama. You are the chair of Commission 6 IABSE, and you're also chairing the organizing committee for IABSE Symposium Tokyo 2025, which is going to take place from 18 to 21st of May. Would you like to tell us a little bit about the symposium, the topic environmentally friendly technologies, and why you think structural engineers worldwide should attend this symposium?
Okay, so hello again. IABSE Tokyo Symposium 2025 will focus on environmentally friendly technologies, offering engineers a platform to explore solutions to key challenges in the field. So by bridging together global experts, the symposium aims to bridge the gap between innovative research and practical applications in engineering. The event will feature keynote lectures and technical presentations at various special sessions on the topics such as green infrastructure, low carbon construction, and advanced materials. So participants will also learn from case studies that demonstrate how environmentally friendly technologies are successfully being applied in real-world projects. So engineers should attend this symposium not only to stay updated on cutting-edge practices, but also to engage with a diverse community of professionals. So the event provides a unique opportunity to collaborate, exchange ideas, and find actionable solutions to make engineering more sustainable.
Thank you so much. IABSE has been conducting, or IABSE has had this focus on this particular topic for a long time. For example, this year, we had the IABSE Manchester Symposium, David, and would you like to share some key topics that were discussed or some outcomes, which came up from the symposium?
Absolutely, yes. It was a fantastic event in Manchester. We collected 350 people from around the world to talk about construction's role in an age of an emergency, really focusing on what we can do, what we should do, with the understanding of what our impact on the planet is. There were some superb keynotes. I want to particularly pick out a keynote by Will Arnold of the Institute of Structural Engineers, who outlined really carefully what the IStructE is suggesting we do, particularly thinking about, what we have to think about the hierarchy of impacts that we can have, starting with use less and therefore build less rather than concentrating on efficiencies and so on. And then as you go down the hierarchy, we get into efficiencies of structural design and material choices and so on. But they have less of an impact and less of a challenging the brief. In addition, there was a really good discussion around ethics. Particularly around what is an ethical response to the climate emergency, how do we communicate with our clients about the issues that are raised, and how do we as businesses think about what's what our impact can be and how we can reduce that, which was really good in that it brought together some very large multinational engineering practices and small practices together to have those discussions. The conclusions were that we really need to talk more to our clients and get them to understand what the impacts are. And beyond that, there were some fascinating individual case studies of what people are trying to achieve, all of which are now available in the proceedings. But hopefully that work is continued, and I'm sure it will in Tokyo, and this conversation will continue. But hopefully with actionable and prompt responses from the industry.
Great.
Very true. Thank you. Aki, so tell us a little bit about the topics which are also included in the symposium, like green infrastructure, carbon neutral technologies, and how you plan to, maybe you have some sessions, keynote lectures, and how you also plan to showcase what Japan is doing to the participants, about from the symposium.
Yep. So Japan has made significant progress in advancing green infrastructure and carbon neutral technologies through national initiatives. At the IABSE Tokyo Symposium, these efforts will be showcased. For example, Professor Hisada at Tohoku University will deliver a keynote speech on Japan's strategy for integrating green and gray infrastructure, providing valuable insight into the country's approach. Also, my colleagues plan to organize special sessions at the symposium, highlighting advancement in low carbon materials and energy efficient construction method. So by sharing these development, we aim to inspire engineers worldwide to adopt similar practices. And in addition, I want to say the symposium will coincide with the Osaka Expo, where numerous companies will exhibit technologies aimed at reducing carbon emissions. So I want to encourage attendees to visit also the expo to explore these innovations and see how they can be applied globally.
Thank you very much, Aki. That's a very important thing to also combine other events which are taking place. David, you mentioned something very interesting, and what you mentioned is that IABSE should continue this conversation, and we should bring this topic again and again every year. Like this year, we had excellent response at the Manchester Symposium, as you rightly mentioned, and we also have the proceedings. Those who wish to read the papers and get informed can always buy the proceeding from our online shop in www.iabse.org. So you mentioned you yourself are very much involved with net zero, right? And there are so many initiatives at the moment, like the PIARC reducing carbon footbridges and footprint of bridges, and then carbon footprint of railway bridges. Would you like to talk about these initiatives and also your involvement in the UK with the net zero initiative?
Yeah, so we have a very active conversation in the UK at the minute, led by the Institute of Structural Engineers, which has taken this very seriously. The ISRECT is an international organisation, but has a UK focus, and the industry conversation is progressing very rapidly. And one of the things that I think IABSE can do is to take some of that knowledge and understanding and communicate it internationally. Within the UK, in the bridges space, we have what is called the Net Zero Carbon Bridges Group. It's a group of practitioners who are focusing on bridges, particularly with this focus on net zero carbon, taking into account the new professional standards that we are working to, but also the impact that infrastructure has that is different to buildings. A lot of the focus currently is on buildings, understandably, but bridges have a slightly different way of behaving, and the longevity means that you need to consider them in a slightly different way. The Net Zero Carbon Bridges Group is very active, we have spoken at lots of different international conferences. They spoke in Manchester, and we're speaking at the Footbridge Conference in in Switzerland next year as well. And I think we've done an IABSE webinar on some of the work that we do. A lot of it is to do with reporting. I think a lot of it will be we help the wider industry by communicating what we do on a bridge by bridge scale, and people understand that and see whether they can do better. But also we need to be helping by talking collectively to our clients. So, if all of the consultants, for example, are speaking the same language, the clients will understand that this is an industry position, not just a particular consultant that has this concern. So those are some of the initiatives in the UK, and I know that's being replicated across Europe and internationally, and some of those initiatives IABSE is supporting.
Very true. Thank you so much, David. Now, Aki, I would like to ask you, for example, we also have the Young Engineers Colloquium, which is going to take place right before the symposium, right? It's so important to bridge this knowledge gap, between senior engineers and also young engineers. So tell us a little bit about the Young Engineers Colloquium that you're planning.
Oh, yes. Last weekend, this Young Engineer Colloquium was held in Hong Kong. And I sent 7 students to Hong Kong to make their presentations. And I knew how to organize this event. And next year, one day before Tokyo Symposium, this event will be held at Waseda University. And I'm encouraging many young structural engineers and students who are studying structural engineering to attend this colloquium event. And yes, and also this is a really good opportunity to announce how Commission 6 is working and encouraging them to learn and study sustainability. Yes, I will do it.
Yeah, because chairing the Commission 6, we were talking about net zero, as David just mentioned, and we do have a task group. We have currently 5 task groups under Commission 6, and we do have a carbon footprint of bridges and infrastructure, which is being led by Markus Gabler from Germany. And Commission 6 has members from all over the world, from France, China, Spain, Italy, Australia. So if someone is interested to join in this endeavor, to join one of your projects and initiatives under task groups, how can they join and what should they do?
Oh, so now there are, several. Sustainability is a very broad concept, right? And but now we have several task groups, and if you are very interested in sustainability, yes, all are really welcome to Commission 6.
Thank you so much. Would you like to share anything with young engineers, David? Because you, as the chair of the British National Group, are highly involved in various kinds of programs, which is like, interacting with young engineers, senior engineers, going for site visits, giving awards, prizes. Any message for the young engineers?
No, I think more a message for the wider IABSE, which is to embrace this next cohort of engineers coming through. There's a tremendous passion within the industry, especially at a younger level, and all we do in the IABSE British Group is give space for that to be expressed, and that's how these wonderful events happen, by people organising and enjoying organising the events and really showing why they want to be in this industry. Sustainability particularly is a focus for early career designers and engineers, and we need to be encouraging that passion throughout the activities that IABSE runs.
Thank you so much. That brings to the end of our interview. Thank you so much, Akiyama. Thank you so much, David. And wishing you all the best for Tokyo Symposium 2025.